Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to another quick tip. Today on the Alfa 156, is your fuel gauge not working properly? If so, I have 3 tips for you. As you may know, the Alfa 156 has a gauge cluster over here, the speedometer, another RPM counter over here, the fuel gauge, the temperature and the clock. In fact, those 3 components are linked in between with a network of communication. Sometimes it's CAN, other times it's other types of communication. Why do we need to know that? The first tip that I have for you about this gauge, fuel gauge, about the malfunctioning of the fuel gauge, sometimes the problem is the speedometer. We will talk about this in a minute. Another thing that you have to have in mind, these fuel gauges were never very accurate. When I work on Alfa Romeo, my tip was always fill up to the top the fuel tank and you will have a kind of better reading of your fuel. But considering that this cluster here had a change from factory, they had a problem. They really, some of them really read poorly, and the Alfa Romeo itself issued a replacement for this gauge, for this combine of gauges over here. The new gauge is much more accurate and solves most of the problems with the gauge, the fuel gauge. But years go by and some other problems developed. In fact, on my car, one day I had almost a fuel tank, and the other day it was 0. It was empty. Well, not like that, but it showed empty. So what was the problem? Like I said, the symptom is your fuel gauge does not read any fuel. Your car works, everything works, but your fuel. Well, kind of. So what did happen on my case, and I see it some pages in some groups, Facebook groups. The problem is this plug here, the top one or the lower, I don't remember, but one of those actually starts to come out just enough for some functions to start to not function. It may be your fuel gauge, it may be something else. The thing is, these 2 plugs here start to come out and they start, look at that. I will just plug it in just enough. It starts to work a bit. In my case, it's working, okay? In my case, it was just a bad contact, just enough to the fuel gauge not working. What I did, and what you should do, is to take out your plugs, make sure this thing here it's good, it's working, to lock the plug. And like I said on the video of the airbag, you should use some deoxidizer. I use WD-40, is very good for this. And you connect again and disconnect and connect and disconnect a bunch of times to take out the oxidation of the plugs. And then as you are plugging in again, make sure you hear the click. If you don't see the kilometers or the miles anymore, you take out this cluster, and back here you have this this light over here. I will do a video just for this. This is just a quick tip. And another here, another there, but this one is for the kilometers. It's light on now, as you can see. The bulb is 1.2 watts. That is it. I hope you like this video. I have the quick tip playlist down on the description, and share with your friends. Consider subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time. Bye.